Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Trading Success. Wow, what a week it has been. Well, we completely got it wrong last week. We thought the market would at least try and retest some of those imbalance zones, but the market had other ideas, and we'll go into the charts shortly. So this market is well and truly in bull mode at the moment, bull state. That's you cannot deny that. Now, we did have a bit of a spanner in the works on the weekend, which was kind of predicted astrologically. I checked out I follow a lady called Olga Morales, and she writes some really interesting astrology that she relates to her trading. And she said that this time, or on the weekend, or coming into the 15th of July, actually, was going to be a combination of Mars and Uranus, which is apparently called the Devil's Star combination, and it was going to create a fair amount of volatility. Well, and not just volatility in the markets, but a lot of other uncertain things and sort of crazy sort of behavior. And we definitely saw that on the weekend with the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. So I thought the markets may react on Monday because of that. Now, we did see some two-sided trading, some up and down trading, some rotational trading, big swings in the market, but we didn't see a sell-off at all. So I thought we would get a bit of a sell-off and maybe a rebalancing of last week's behavior. But anyway, let's go and have a look in the charts and see what happened. So let me share the screen for a moment. Oh, before we do that, I'll just talk about the news that we've got coming up this week. We don't have a lot of news, but I'd like to share. I'll share my screen. So this week on Forex Factory, you can see tonight or Tuesday night, we've got core retail sales coming in. Then on Thursday, we have unemployment claims as usual. And we also have an ECB, European Central Bank press conference at 10:45. So not a lot of news there. We do have some earnings seasons just started as well last week in the US. I'm just going to find the earnings we got coming up this week. So we've got coming up this week tonight or today or Tuesday in the US. We've got Bank of America, Morgan Stanley. We had BlackRock yesterday report and Goldman Sachs. So a lot of the big banks, financial institutions have already reported. Friday, we saw Citigroup, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo. From what I can see, it looks like they announced pretty good results. The prices have held up quite strongly in those markets, despite yesterday's volatile action. We've got Blackstone, probably the largest real estate asset company in the world. They're reporting on Thursday, and American Express on Friday. Netflix on Thursday as well, and then we got TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. So not a huge amount in terms of the tech space this week, but a lot of the major banks are reporting this week. So we'll see if those results can continue this upwards trend. Now let's go and have a look at the charts overall. Let's start with the S&P 500. So with the S&P 500, let's have a look at where we are. So this is, I'll just change this here. This is where we're currently trading today. This was Monday. So Monday we created all-time highs last night in the US, but the market was big spike up, rallied hard on open, and then it closed fairly weak. So we've got this still making higher highs and higher lows, this candle compared to Friday. We've got a small body there as well. So it was looking like a bit of a doji there. Now, Friday was a big range. So we had a huge trading day on Friday. I think was all that banking news that was coming out on Friday. So that's created the balance at the moment. So we can see we've tested Friday's high up here last night, and then we've failed there. So that's a key level of resistance to the upside, which is up around about 5,707.50. If we have a retest of that level and fail, look for the market to come back and potentially retest the other side. Now, we didn't get that at all last week. You can see last week the market was just bullish right from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday was the day where it was a little bit crazy. We had a bit of a liquidation. I don't think we saw any momentum selling come into the market. It was more just some bigger players just doing some selling, but we never got the momentum. We never see the market really follow through with selling after that day. So it was just one day of selling, and then the market seemed to have just recovered after that. So that's the S&P 500. Now, this market is, like I said, it's bullish. Like you can see, we've got all these imbalance zones that we haven't been able to fill. So this market is well and truly on the upwards movement. We'll see if we get a correction this week. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ. Here we go. NASDAQ daily. So you can see where we are today. So Monday, we didn't rally like the S&P 500 did. We made our all-time highs last Thursday. And Thursday's candle is creating the balance range on this particular market here. You can see on Friday, we came back into these imbalance zones, back here and here. We came into the first one, but we cleaned up the first one on this particular day here. Thursday sort of cleaned that area up, but the market never went back and cleaned out these next two areas. So this market is still maintaining its imbalance. It's still to the upside. However, we have found some, looks like we've got this outside candle here, which will be the range to watch this week. So if we look at a fib at the moment, if we just fib that range, you can see where we're sitting. We're currently, sitting around the middle of that range at the moment, around the 50% mark. We're struggling to get above the 76, and yesterday we struggled at the 23. So we've sort of, this week so far, we're kind of very much stuck very tight in this candle here, which is creating that range. All right, but once again, this market is very much in a bullish state because of the way the market is swinging to the upside overall. We did swing down on Thursday. We haven't swung back up on the daily chart, but overall the trend is up, and the actual movements, the way this market has been swinging, has been primarily swinging to the upside. So that's NASDAQ. Let's have a look at some of the, I think Bitcoin has been the biggest mover recently. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Now, you can see how Bitcoin, we had this level down here, this support band down here on this downtrend. You can see we've struggled to close below the downtrend line here, and we also failed at the slow or the larger chart trend indicator here. So we bounced off that level down at 54,000. We found some support, and then you can see over the weekend we've rallied to the high side, particularly after the Trump assassination attempt. The market really liked that obviously him surviving that. The market loved it. So you can see we've gapped up on Monday, and now we're holding above that gap. So we're trading up around 65,000, which seems to be, based on the overall range, we have failed right at the 50%. So, we're at the moment, we're trading at this discounted price down here for Bitcoin, under 65,000. If we can hold above 65,000 and we see some strength, then we may see a retest of this upper trend line here around 68,000. So, we'll see what happens there. Looks like the volumes have come back into the market. A lot of the cryptocurrencies have seen some appreciation over the last few days. Now, oil has been a little disappointing. Let's have a look what oil's doing. oil could be trying to come down and refill these imbalance zones down here. So you can see we've got this big imbalance zone. Look for a retest of 81. We want to see market at least try and find, if it comes back into this imbalance zone, then I think the longs would be looking really good. This market could be in this complex retracement move. We're getting two swings down, and then we're holding above the uptrend at the moment, but we probably want to see this correction fail and then look for longs on oil. Gold has also done really well recently. Let's have a look at what gold is doing. Gold is holding above the, look at our gold chart. Gold chart looks very bullish right now. You can see we're in this uptrend on the daily chart. We can see we're also swinging up. We've been in this big swing up for many days now. It's pretty much since pretty much all of July. This market has been swinging up. So we swung down here on around the end of June, around the 27th, I believe. And then ever since the 27th, that was the turning point, down into this liquidity zone. Gold has been basically trading upwards, been just making higher highs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days of pretty much higher highs. We did see the market pull back, but we haven't swung back down for 12 days. Now we are up into these sell zones, which is around that 24.80 to around about 24.30. There's like a $50 liquidity range up here. So we'll see how the market handles there. If we could get some failure down here, and the market could go back into a range. But it looks like at the moment the market is in this expanding type range and going for higher highs at the moment. But I think there may be a little bit of resistance to this upside. But if it breaks through that 24.80, we'll probably see 2,500 should be hit and cleared very easily, I'd say. So guys, that concludes our Trading Success podcast for this week. Hopefully we'll have Chris back on board next week. I know he's away in Melbourne on business, but thanks for joining. Hope you got some great insight into that, and let's see how these markets go. It looks like it's going to be a fairly volatile week, I'd say. So good luck in the market, stay safe, and I hope you can find some nice trading opportunities. Bye for now.